So it's currently opening day of Wisconsin archery season. We're here hoping to see a buck we call Thunder. Thunder is a typical 10. One of the bigger bucks that we've had on public. He's been coming through on our cameras about a half hour before daylight, so he's just sneaking past. Hopefully he stages his way through the woods slow enough where that half hour will sneak up on him faster than he thinks it will. If he gets to the edge of that bedding and it's shooting light, hopefully we can stick an arrow in him. Last year I shot a buck and we never recovered it, so hopefully this year is different and I can get it done. Today we're at our second spot. This morning we went out. It was the first day of the cold front here in Wisconsin. It got down to like 45 degrees, September 23rd. Went out, had off of work, and kicked up a couple deer walking out. They were feeding on acorns when I kicked them up, so I'm gonna use that to my advantage on the second property. I've been here before, public land, and I know where they're munching on the acorns in here. Hope that there's some deer. If we see a doe, probably gonna schwack it. Need some meat in the freezer. So we just got set up here. About 3 hours of hunting left, roughly. And I didn't kick a deer up on the way out, so that could be good news, that could be bad news. This morning I kicked up quite a few deer, so I didn't see nothing during my sit, so hopefully that's a good sign. But I was reading my sign, kind of scouting my way back, and I knew that this area was good. Last year pre-rut, there was a bunch of big rubs in here. Those are feeding on the white oaks on the trail that come in here from the main, and the leaves are all turned over. There's crushed acorns everywhere, so hopefully tonight's the night. I plan on shooting a doe if one does come out, so gotta get some meat in the freezer, but I'm not so sure if this is a good buck area since it's not rut yet. Like I said, today's our first cold day of the season so far. This morning was 45 degrees and tonight's supposed to get down to about 50. So hopefully that gets them up on their feet moving. If they get up out of their beds early to come feed on these acorns, I'm in a good spot. I got a creek behind me. It seems to be pulling my thermals pretty good. So hopefully come night, closer to shooting light, there's a ditch behind me that's holding water. Can still pull my thermals that way. And I do suspect that there could be some geopathic So today is September 25th. Getting ready to head out to a spot I scouted in spring. My last hunt I saw about 4 or 5 does. Does with fawns. I contained myself from taking a shot, but hoping to get some meat in the freezer possibly tonight. And it's not too far of a walk in. It's just more of an overlooked spot here. This area does get quite a bit of pressure between, the 3 trucks I've seen parked here. So hopefully these deer are where I found a ton of sign. Rubs, old rubs, new rubs in spring. New as in the rut. So I know they're here early season based off of the life of those rubs. Plenty of acorns. A field across the road, I found a nice trail shooting out across the road, so hopefully tonight's the night. So I'm gonna start walking out and I'll keep you guys in touch. So we just got set up here in this tree. This is what I believe is a white swamp oak, and there's 3 or 4 other mature oaks, white oaks sitting all around me. And I walk in. I'm only 200 yards from the road, but then another 100 yards down the road from the parking lot. And on my walk in, I walked downwind all the way up on the edge of this tree line. And when I wrapped around the corner, I saw tall grass and shade, and I thought, for sure there'd be some deer bedded alongside that. And sure enough, I watched for a couple seconds, watching for any movement. And sure enough, there was 2 does in here feeding on acorns. So I sat with an arrow nock for probably 10 minutes and watched those does munch away on some acorns. They never presented a shot. It was really thick in here, but they were in this slight opening where these mature oaks are striving. And I sat there for probably 10 minutes with an arrow nocked and got some film of them, so that was pretty cool. But once they left, it took about another 20 minutes to get in here quietly without spooking those 2 when they left, but I figured I would. Thank God my wind wasn't blowing towards them, so they didn't blow, they just kind of trotted off. Should be a good sit tonight if this scouting paid off. There's a bunch of scat below me, but I did pass a couple nice white mature oaks on the way in, but there just wasn't enough sign under them to set up on, and it wasn't, there was no good setup around them, so I figured I kept walking until I find good sign and I'm on it, so hopefully it pays out. One other thing I noted too, walking out, is there was a nice trail coming in from what looks like a bedding area, just really tall grass, and we scouted this in spring, and I found these white oaks, and I knew that this was going to be a pretty good spot, but not this much sign. So where that trail comes in, there's a low hanging branch and a bunch of grass knocked down. I didn't walk up to it, but I'm assuming that deer are using that as a licking branch. Meh.
We just got a nice 8-pointer. It was about 10 minutes ago, about 6:17, about an hour before shooting light. He came out raking trees, just giving her hell. I heard him tussling with another buck back where I thought he would be bedded. It's bittersweet. The season's coming to an end pretty quick for me. Just taking in these last few minutes and enjoying it. Hopefully I hit him good. It looks like I hit him double lung. I just watched the clip over again. I'm still shaking like I'll leave. Circled around and dropped back where he bedded. Man, so cool. Right. Oh my god!
That's a good ball.
Better get this on camera. I heard him tip over. I heard you tip over, baby! Walked in here and hunted.
That's awesome.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't even take this in right now. So we did exactly what we said we were gonna. We parked in the parking lot and we walked about 75 yards up the road. Right on deer trails were coming up, and sure enough, we walked out and 2 does were feeding on the acorns. There was probably 6 or 7 mature white oaks, and sat down, and everything played out as it should. Thermals were perfect, and public land grew right here. My biggest today